Good morning, everybody. Today we are talking about coffee, and I have to be honest with you, in the few years that I've been doing videos, this has been one that has received probably the most feedback, or one of them anyway, and it is all about our morning cup of joe. A few years back I decided to try to ditch the dairy, and I came up with this recipe after months and months of tweaking it, and I have to tell you, it rivals any Starbucks latte. So anyway, let's just get into it. I normally start my morning by making a French press, and you can use this with any coffee. I do recommend a nice strong coffee, but whatever you have. So I've got all my ingredients out in front of me. Stay with me if you're a little curious as to why we're using cashews and coconut oil in our coffee. It makes magic, trust me. Okay, so I start with a pitted date. I usually will do about a half to 3/4 of one date. I will tell you that I don't like my coffee super sweet, so for you it may be one whole date, it may be 2 dates. I don't know, you do you. So what I would suggest is probably start with 3/4 to 1 date and then work your way up if it's not as sweet as you like. I use whole, non-roasted, is that, yeah, whole, not roasted, unsalted cashews. And you're gonna laugh at me, but it's usually between like 7 and 10 cashews, or about 1 rounded tablespoon. Yes, I have counted because I like to be precise. Like I said, I worked on this for almost a year, this recipe. I like to put in a pinch of salt. I think it brings out some flavor. It's definitely optional, but that's what I do. And then I put in about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of pure vanilla. Now, once you get this recipe down and you start playing with it, it is so much fun. Like over the holidays, I created like a pumpkin pie spice one, or you could do peppermint, or you could add some cocoa or some cocoa nibs and make it like more of a mocha. Oh, so many variations. Maybe one day I'll do a video on all the different ones. Okay, and then I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of coconut oil. Now, why the coconut oil? I've been asked this many a times. You don't have to use coconut oil. I have subbed this out. A healthier version might be hemp seeds. You could also use like the thick coconut cream that you would get in a full fat can. But I like this because it adds like a really nice, creamy, rich mouthfeel. And for me, what I was missing when I didn't have dairy, I used to use the real rich half and half, or the whipping cream. And so I was looking for something that was super rich and creamy, something that felt thick, when I was drinking it. And that's what that does, the coconut oil, in my opinion. One thing I will say, I like to use organic and I like to use refined. I like refined because it actually takes that coconut oil out. It's a neutral coconut oil, so you don't have that coconut flavor. If coconut's your jam, then use the unrefined. But for me, I like the refined. And then I'm gonna take my nice warm, or hot actually, hopefully it's still hot, coffee, and I'm gonna add in about 1.5 cups of some strong black coffee. And I'm just using my measuring tool on my Vitamix. The rest, folks, is beauty. Okay, real quick, disclaimer again on the blender. If you don't have a really strong blender like a Vitamix, I've had people comment that they will use something like a Ninja or a Bullet. Here's the thing, you probably want to soak your cashews prior to actually blending them. I would say soak them in boiling water for at least 15 to 30 minutes. That will help to break down those cashews, or you can continue to blend it. I typically will do about 30 to 60 seconds in my Vitamix, but if you are not using a high power blender, maybe you need to do 2 minutes. I don't know. Play with it. I've had people love this recipe so much that they said, I don't care, I will strain out the cashews, and they literally just strain out their coffee. So again, play around with it, see what works for you. We gotta get up close and personal now. Are you ready? Can you see it? I hope you can see it. Now I went with the clear coffee mug because I really wanted you to be able to appreciate the beautiful foam. Let me see if I can brighten that up a little bit. It is so dang good, like I can't even. And then I, just cause it's fancy and it tastes delicious, I like to top mine with a little bit of cinnamon. Oh man. Like this makes me happy every single day. I am showing you how to do simple better. You are just 15 minutes away from a healthier, happier, and less stressed you. Make sure to hit the notification bell. As always, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.